Yeah, hi, James from Nature's Wellness Hub, and today I'm just going to run through a few of the frequently asked questions. The first question is who needs the product? And I've generally got a pretty simple answer for that, and that's everybody. Modern society and everybody's showing the increasing importance of gut health in terms of overall well-being. And so if you're starting any sort of detoxification or cleansing program, then generally a cleaning of the gut, restoration of the gut is the first place to start. So it's not just targeted at those people with sort of what you'd call chronic gut issues, your irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. There's also an increasing body of evidence to suggest that your thyroid's affected by things like leaky gut. We've got rosacea, we've got various skin conditions, there's parasites, and a lot of these things we don't know the root cause, so we're really effectively treating the symptoms, and modern pharmaceuticals put them all into one big bucket, whereas we've got a product here that contains 32 different sort of wild-crafted natural herbs, all targeted at restoring gut health. So when was the last time you had a cleanse? Probably hasn't been for a while. So one of the critical things we look for there is how often do you poop? If it's not at least once a day or twice a day, then really we need to get things moving. And if it's more often than that, which happens with some of the irritable bowels, then we need to slow that down, and both of those things are going to target optimal nutrient absorption. So who needs it? Everybody, and I'd recommend you give it a try. Okay, second question is sort of how does it work, or what makes it different? And really the product actually targets a cleanse, detoxification and restoration. It's an all-in-one. It doesn't require any other additives. So I'm going to analyse it to servicing your car. So the first thing we do when we service your car is we drain the oil, and that's about the cleanse. So the cleanse is to get things moving. Our bodies are actually pretty good at removing toxins and getting rid of toxins and unwanted nasties. So the first thing we need to do is restore that regularity. If you're pooping too much, then the product will help with slowing you down. If you're not pooping enough, then it'll actually assist with speeding it up. And we would expect to see, the initial results from cleanse certainly within the first 3 to 5 days, and restoring some form of regularity within the first fortnight. So that's the cleanse. We're going to get things moving, and we're going to start getting rid of those baddies from the first week. Then we talk detoxification. So a lot of the herbs in here actually target, we've got antiparasitics, we've got antibacterial, antifungal, we've got some that assist the liver for removal of heavy metals. So we're surrounded by those toxins on a day-to-day basis, whether it be GMOs, whether it be chemicals, whether it be sort of artificial flavours, artificial colours in the food, or ultra-processed foods, antibiotics, I mean the list goes on. So the cleanse part of it, which is similar to sort of changing the oil filter on the car, we're going to assist the body in dragging those unwanted nasties out and getting rid of them. So that's part of that detoxification. And the last part, but by no means the least, is the restoration. So we've sort of given our gut a fairly hard time over many years, and it's often got inflamed nerve endings. We're sort of pretty low in prebiotic fibre, and so the product itself actually contains a wealth of fibre in both the soluble and insoluble form. There's a lot of prebiotics here to sort of feed those good bugs in your system, the bifidobacterium, the lactobacillus. We've also got demulcent herbs, and that's one of the sort of make these gelatinous sort of soft mass that sort of runs down through the intestine and actually sort of cleans the intestine of the mucoid plaque, but also actually has a good effect on soothing the nerve endings. So we've also got some adaptogenic herbs here, which assist with the serotonin formation. serotonin reception, which is the feel-good hormone. So that's the part of the restoration process. So we've got a 3-in-1, all-in-one product. We're asked if there's a protocol, and we do have a recommended protocol, but we would urge everybody's lifestyle's different, everybody's body's different, and there's a number of factors which can impact. So we always say listen to your body, consult your physician prior to commencement of a program, but for a general overall cleanse, detox, restore, we're talking a 3 to 4 tub program. We've got week 1, which for the Bowel Restore is 2 scoops prior to breakfast. For weeks 2 to 4, we move on to 2 scoops prior to breakfast and 2 scoops prior to dinner. And then weeks 5 to 8, we're looking at 2 scoops prior to breakfast again. And that does a number of things. Firstly, it ensures the restoration process. Secondly, it eliminates the parasites. So 1 in 6 of us have parasites, and they have an 8 to 10 week life cycle. So we're really looking at trying to get those parasites out of the system, and we're really looking to restore that digestive function after many years of abuse. Following that, depending on your lifestyle choices, depending upon the level of fibre intake, you may need to consider moving across to bowel maintenance. But the intention of the Bowel Restore is that once you've completed the program, we've restored normal digestive function, and combined with a highly nutritious diet, exercise, water, you'll be well on your way. So one of the questions we get is, if the Bowel Restore is so good, why do you have a maintenance style product? And the answer lies in 2 principal areas. The first one is that there's some herbs in the Bowel Restore which aren't recommended for long-term use. So we've got the cascara, which stimulates peristalsis, and then we've got other herbs in there which aren't recommended to be taken over a long period of time. And so the developer, Simon, has removed those, whipped the formula around, and given us effectively what's a everyday use. And you can ask, well, why do I need it every day? And the answer there, really, that's a question you need to answer yourself, because what Bowel Restore is doing is getting the gut back into balance, but it's getting things moving again, which is really about a substantial increase in terms of plant-based products, in terms of your diet, and changing those lifestyle factors in terms of how much ultra-processed foods do you eat. Are you taking ibuprofen? Have you recently taken antibiotics? These sorts of things which actually have a terrible impact on your gut. For me, I'm a maintenance. I need it for the fibre, and I need it because in the business I'm in, I can't maintain the lifestyle that I would like to enable me to get sort of to a stage where I don't require the product. So it's an everyday formula. It's designed for continued use. It's 1 scoop a day before breakfast. It's easy. And it's perfect for those people who for whatever reason can't make the lifestyle changes that they need to install that sort of normal flow and rhythm of the gut. Thanks. Bye.